problem is, given I'm bipolar, how the frick do I just live life and navigate things and get what I need? Right. And that's a problem set I can work on. Right. So part of it is like, I don't have anything on my calendar before 10 a.m. Nobody can put anything on my calendar before 10 a.m. Why? Because I have no idea when I'm able to get up and be functional in the morning. Sometimes it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm good to go. Other times it's like 9:55. I'm dragging myself out, throwing on a shirt and hopping on my first call. I have no idea. There's no way for me to protect. So I just give myself that space,
Right.
It's just, just figuring out like what works, what doesn't, what's the left or right limits, like where's your space to play, and then making the most of it when you're there.
I like how you said sometimes your brain doesn't allow you to get past it. And like I said, I'm an IT, so I really thought about a firewall, like a really great firewall. Just you may get past one piece of it, or you may unlock one door, but there's so many different layers and so many different protocols that you got to unlock or just deal with or handle properly as well to even move forward to the next, right? Because if you don't handle this one thing first, and this next door is not going to open for you, right? And so I kind of I appreciate you sharing that, because it's especially for men, right? It's tough for men to be vulnerable and saying I'm broken, or I need help, right? Or I want to fix this, and letting somebody else know, hey, I have an issue, I need to fix it. Can you help me? And like you said you're a hypnotist. We're gonna talk about you being a hypnotist, right? But going to somebody else to help you. When you said it, you was just like, that was kind of frustrating, because I'm sure like you was like, I know how to do it. I can do it for everybody else, right? I've done it for other people, probably, but I do it for me. It just now I'm sure that's like a pain in the butt, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, like the point about men like having a hard time asking for help, like that's true and it's not. Like men have absolutely no problem asking for help when it comes to like, bodybuilding or jobs or all this stuff, right? But because we have this idea that as men, we're not supposed to be emotional, right? We're not supposed, like feelings aren't a thing for us, right? Or like, we're not supposed to pay attention to that. Or like feelings are somehow less than reason. Like we're supposed to be rational, right?
Right.
And there's reasons for that, right? Like if you're a highly emotional guy, men are built for violence. Let's just own it. Men are built for violence. That's just how we're built, right? And so you have somebody who's like emotionally unstable. That's really dangerous, because they don't have control over the emotions. They don't have control over the violence. Like that's bad. That's a bad thing all around, right? So men are socialized to be able to control their emotions and control how we react to our emotions. That's necessary. Fair enough. Cool. But along the way, if you diminish the importance of emotions, now you got a real problem, because we have emotions for a reason. They're telling us what's going on in the world. They're telling what the problems are we're facing. They're trying to give us signals of what we're supposed to be doing. So if you ignore them completely, now there's stuff you're blind to. Your mind can't tell you about, right? The other piece is, okay, I'm only going to feel the good stuff. I'm not going to feel the bad stuff, right? The sadness and regret and so forth, just shove that down. Okay, great. Now your mind can't tell you about problems, right? And oh, by the way, if an entire section of the human experience is blocked off from you, you're not allowed to even be human. Right? So it's like, okay, as a man, I'm not allowed to be human. It's like, no, screw that, right? It's like, oh, men don't cry. That means makes you less tough. It's like, there's a documentary on Netflix called The Hornet's Nest, talking about airborne guys going to Kringle Valley in Afghanistan, coming back, and they're holding the funeral, right? And like afterwards, like one of the senior list guys sitting there, he's just like bawling, just on his knees, just freaking bawling, right? And like 3 or 4 guys come over to surround him, they put their hands on him, like comfort him and so forth and so on. It's like, you want to tell me that guy's weak, or that guy's not a man?
Right.
Good freaking luck, right?
Man.
And to me, it's a sign of immaturity in a man if he can't feel. It's a sign of immaturity if he can't acknowledge that he has weaknesses. Like, how are you supposed to be accountable as a man if you can't acknowledge your feelings or weaknesses? How can you be accountable? You can't, right? Man. You're just flat out lying to yourself, which means you're lying to everybody around you. Man. So how can anybody trust you if you can't even trust yourself? So it's one of those signs of maturity of like, yes, I am not perfect. Yes, I have feelings. Yes, I need to deal with these. Yes, there are issues that need to deal with. But at the same time, we got to deal in a different way, right? We can't deal with them in that sort of feminine way of like, let me just talk about my feelings. Like, that's not helpful. We're problem-solving machines. We're there to solve problems, just not run our mouth, right? And sometimes you just got to like talk things out and just like blow off steam, fair. But like, okay, once that's done, great. Now let's figure it out.